Hi everyone, it's Lisa and welcome to the Stamp Studio. I've got a tip for you today about making 3D flowers. Now you're probably thinking, I already know how to do that. But the flowers I'm going to teach you are actually what I'm going to be calling crusted flowers. So let me show you a couple I have finished that are here. I've used punches for these and I've gotten them wet, but by getting them wet and allowing them to form overnight, they become very, very stiff. These are great for your cards, your scrapbook pages, and 3D projects. The great thing about these is that they will retain this shape through mailing as well as manhandling. So if you put them on a banner or a gift box, they're going to hold up well. But let me show you some tips on how to create these. You're going to need a flower punch. I'm using the petite petals. I've also used the Blossom Bunch Punch, and for the sake of the video, I'm going to use the Pansy Punch. I've already showed you here the two smaller ones and what they look like when they're finished, but we'll go over this again at the end. You're going to want to make sure you have your Stampin' Scrub underneath you because you're going to want to be able to catch some of the excess water. Now I put tap water inside one of the Stampin' Spritzes. These just unscrew and I just put tap water down inside. These can also hold re-inker with a couple drops of rubbing alcohol so you can spritz your projects and it'll dry very quickly. But for this technique I'm using tap water. I am going then to use the new Peekaboo Peach cardstock with the Pansy Punch, and I'm going to punch out 3 of these. Now you can punch out more. I'm just going to do 3 for the video. Making sure that the hole faces the paper, because boy, I've squirted myself in the face. I'm going to saturate this paper. Now you don't need it to be wringing wet, but you need it to be wet enough so that you can make the cardstock pliable. So I'm doing that here on all 3 of them. And again, this is just regular tap water. Now I found with the smaller punches, I only had to spritz the front because obviously we have a lot less paper to deal with. So now that I've got those scrunched up, I'm going to set the scrub aside. And these are the 2 I made previously. And I'm going to bring in the 3 that I just punched. So I'm going to open them, and I'm going to open them carefully. If you lose a petal, don't worry, because we are going to stack and scrunch these, and it's really quite forgiving. So here's the second one. And you're looking for that tattered, rough look anyways, and then the third one. Now I'm going to move the camera angle in a little bit closer so that you guys will get a better look at what I'm going to be doing next. You're going to need a brad. Now Stampin' Up! No longer carries these, but I'm sure in your paper artillery you have one. You're going to use your paper piercing mat and your paper piercing tool, and you're going to poke a hole in the center. The great thing about the mat is it actually will hold the paper piercing tool in place while you grab one of your brads. So I'm going to wiggle that out. Keeping it on the mat, I'm going to put the brad in, so I don't have to worry about losing my positioning. I'm going to lift. I'm going to open up the prongs to the back. Okay, I'm going to set this down, and now this is where the beauty comes in. I'm going to start to scrunch and shape this flower. And once I have it the way I want it, it will literally sit here overnight. Now, if you're in a drier climate, like Phoenix or Nevada, it probably will dry a lot faster than it does here in Florida. And tomorrow, it is going to look just like these. They're going to be hard and crusty. Now, let's talk about how you can cover the centers. You can put a small dab of Dazzling Diamonds glitter on here. You can add a glue dot and an embellishment, a button, a piece of ribbon, anything small. Rhinestone pearl, that's going to cover all of those if those bother you. But look, aren't these beautiful? And here's what I love best about them. They're going to hold up. So I'm really hoping that you'll look at this spritzer and a punch in a whole new way to create beautiful 3D crusted flowers.